there, my name is Mike Munzing with Munzing Mortgage Group. Each week I bring these videos to you, shoot them here just to let you know what's going on in the mortgage industry, in the real estate industry. We've got a lot to cover. Hopefully you guys aren't out rioting somewhere like the rest of the world, but these are insane times, and fortunately, as I'm going to show you here right now, I'm going to bring up the rate sheet. The rate surprisingly dropped just a bit for the week, which was surprising with what's going on in the world. Kind of thought that might push those rates up a little bit higher, but we'll see what happens. But print that up, go to my website at www.mikemunzing.com. Print that up, look for the other tools, look for the other items on there that will help you with your buyers. Take it to your open house as well. As I do each month, I cover the foreclosure numbers for the previous month. Right now we're going to be covering the January numbers. I get my information from Foreclosure Radar from Sean O'Toole up Northern California. I'm going to bring the report up right here. I've got a copy of it here. Pause this video, print it. It's in the email I sent to you. It's great information. Follow along with it. But the big surprise for January is that foreclosures rocketed up for the state overall, Orange County as a whole. But for the state, the numbers jumped both for the properties that went back to the bank and the properties went to third parties. Sales on the steps of the courthouse, usually to investors. Let me read real quick here what Sean said. He said, "We have not seen this level of activity on the courthouse steps for months. The increase in foreclosures is just in time to provide a fresh supply of entry-level homes for the spring home buying season." Hopefully that will be the case, and you could get your buyers out there to take a look at that. But for the best information on the foreclosures, do go to Foreclosure Radar on the web. Subscribe if you're working closely with those types of properties. Really critical information to know. But once again, www.foreclosureradar.com for great information. Let's now jump into the meat of the information on that report. Let me get myself real small here on the screen. Bring up the first graph. I'm going to cover some of the different steps of the foreclosures. First would be the notice of default. Notice of default for the month is up 6.87. That's that first filing stage. And as you can see, it's kind of leveled off over the last few months, but it is up just under 7%. The next graph that we're going to show you is the notice of trustee sale. That's that next step where the banks file to let the borrower know, the homeowner know, that there's a sale date, we're going to be selling your property. And that did drop just under 14% at 13.75 at a level of 26,838 properties in California. Next would be the basically three steps, but the REOs, once they go to the steps, a number of things happen, but one of them is that property is not purchased, it goes back to the bank. These are, look at the percentages on these, they're huge. This one is up to 14,068 properties went back to the bank. That's 51.45%. You can see just spiked up there at the end of the chart there. And next is also the big spike. These are the ones that went to a third party, up 52.75%. The number's smaller at 3,272 properties. Obviously, a year or two ago, that was only about 3 or 4% of the people were buying from the steps. That number has increased, but once again, a big spike there for the month. Next is the other alternative, or foreclosures that have been canceled, either due to loan modification or some other reason, they have been canceled. And that finally, after 6 straight months, you see the big drop there, edged up just about 12.43% to 12,279 properties. And you can see that graph. This is quite an interesting number. It finally hit the bottom and edged up just a little bit. Next are a couple of overall big picture numbers. This is the pre-foreclosure numbers, the properties that are in that pre-foreclosure state. That's down slightly at 124,000 properties for California, down 3.58%. Next, we have those properties that have already reached the notice of trustee sale. They are scheduled for sale. Sometimes there's delays, but that is just pretty much flat, down 1.26% at 129,000 properties. You can see that's a big average number, so that's why it stays real consistent across the graph month after month, but it is down just slightly. And finally, the overall inventory. When those properties go back to the banks, you can see here the bank-owned REO inventory is at 111,000 properties for California, and that is up just about 3.35. Once again, one of those big broad numbers don't change all that much. You don't get the big spikes because it's a big overall number. But I hope this information is interesting to you. It's a crazy month in foreclosures, a lot of big spikes, which will bring a lot of properties in the pipe for our buyers. Okay, next, I mentioned this event last week. I created a cool new flyer, updated the one from last week, but I've got my new flyer for my happy hour I'm putting together in Aliso Viejo. I hope you can make it on March 3rd from 6:30 to 8:30. Chuck DeVore, former assemblyman, is going to be speaking. We're now going to be live webcasting the event across the country and may have some live music out there, which would be great. Very exciting. Got some new video equipment, so you're going to be seeing a little bit different video, well, looking the same, maybe sounding a little bit better in the coming weeks. I should have that next week, but got some new equipment for that event. Got some upcoming events coming down the pipe for you. I hope you can make those. But once again, Aliso Viejo, March 3rd, put it on your calendar. Stadium Brewing Company. Much like the olden days of the Founding Fathers, we're going to talk events, talk politics, see what's going on, and just get a good chance to meet with good people. We're heading into the weekend now. I'm trying to keep these videos a little bit shorter, so we're heading into the weekend. Go back to my website, spend some time there. I'm posting good things on that all the time. Keep up with the market. We've got some big changes coming down the pipe. Big April 1st change for lenders. Hopefully we're going to be able to stay in business, keep doing a good job for you after 21 years, 27 years in the overall real estate world for me. But it's kind of an interesting time, we'll say. But I'll give you the latest updates on that, and look forward to working with you. Look forward to working with your buyers. God bless you both. God bless America. Have a great weekend. Call me, 949-689-5626. I'm here to work for you. Bye-bye.
This is the house we used to live in. This is a place I